Mrs. Peach Thrifty Living. I'm so happy you're here today. I was tagged again by Patty, Life with Patty. Be sure and go and check her channel out. And she came up with this. It's how often do you? And I thought I would just participate in this. To get started, I just wanted to ask you, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, would you please do so? If you wouldn't mind, if you like what you see here. Like and subscribe, comment, and share if you see something. I don't always share something with others, but every once in a while I'll be talking to a friend and they'll say something and I'll say, oh, you need to watch this video, and I will copy the link, send it to them in a message, and they seem to enjoy that and they'll watch it that way. So I hope you have a wonderful first of the year and all this whole year. And with that, I'm going to get started with this. And I'm going to be way different, I'm sure, than Patty was on hers with some of the answers. And it says, how often do you wash your sheets? Well, you know, maybe a long time ago it was way different. First off, let me say, I don't have any animals. I don't sleep with dogs or cats. You have your pajamas on, so I don't wash my sheets very often. I would have to say every 3 or 4 weeks. Now, if you wanted, I think the main thing that you would probably want to wash more often is maybe your pillowcases, because you got your head all in those. And I could see you would be nice to wash them, maybe even every week, but I don't. Next one is, how often do you mop your floors? Well, I've really basically been one that if it looks dirty or feels dirty, then I'm going to wash it. And like I have to say, like I said before, I have no animals, so it's just me, and used to be more people walking in and out. But so I'd say maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks. And I sweep my floors whenever they look like they need it. Or if the sun just hits it wrong, you know, the light's just right and you see all the dust, then I'll get busy and do it a little more often. Vacuum your carpets and your rugs. That's kind of the same way. First off, I do have burgundy carpet in my living room, and it does show. You drop a piece of white string on it or whatever, you got to pick that up, or it really looks messy. So sometimes I'll just walk around and pick up pieces. I have my little sweeper, I have my vacuum cleaner, so I just, not very often, but enough to make it look decent. I have an animal, so I'll have to skip that one. It's how often do you wash your animal's water bowl? I would say you'd want to wash that fairly often. How often do I clean my toilet? Well, I try to clean it pretty often, but sometimes time gets by, and if it looks dirty, you better clean it. So I try to get it before it's really too bad. So how often do I clean my toilet? When it needs it. And every once in a while before it needs it. Okay? How often do you clean your shower or your tub? Well, I don't use my tub. So every once in a while I'll go in there and check it out, but not very often. But my shower, occasionally. Not often enough, I'm sure. Do I clean my refrigerator out? That's a sore point with me. I always have better intentions of doing better, but hey, I'm at my age I am, and I still haven't gotten any better. I do wipe it down from time to time, clean up spills and messes, and grab out a few things that I know it's not good. And I try to take and not waste a lot, but I do waste some. I'm sorry to tell you. How often do I vacuum my vehicle? Not very often. From time to time I'll decide to vacuum it, but it's not very often. I do try to surface clean it. Like Patty was saying, you know, most of the time everything is pretty surface clean, but not as well as it could be. How often do I wash my vehicle? Well, I don't take it to the place to get it washed. I normally wash it myself. I have the water hose set up real easy, and I have the long brush that I scrub it with, and got the good squirt on the end of it on the water hose, and I usually do it myself. Now this winter, not so often, but usually I won't let it go too long. How often do you dust your house? Well, if it looks dusty, then I'll dust it. And for a while it seemed like everything was much dustier than it is now. Maybe my eyesight isn't as good, but I do try to dust it every so often. But there's not a certain date on that. I do it when I'm in the mood or see it needs done. That's usually what I do. And do you brush your teeth? Always morning and night, and sometimes sometimes a time or two before. I floss them every day. I have a couple of bridges that I use, that little thing that you thread through to clean it out. My hygienist said I needed to make sure I did that, because I didn't want to make where my teeth are hooked onto the fake tooth. Don't want to make that worse, because you lose part of that and you lose it all. Then you're really out an expense. How often do I wash my hair? Normally about 3 times a week. Once in a while I'll let it go an extra day, but not too often. How often do I shave my legs? Well, I can't even tell you the last time I shaved my legs. At this age, I don't get too many, and once in a while I will see a hair and I think, oh, I got long and lone hair that I just cut off. Okay. How often do you wash your windows? Every so often inside. Now the outside I might wash more often, but I have screens on them, and the screens are easy enough to take off, but hard to put back on. So I always need to make sure somebody's around that can put them back on for me. I haven't gotten as good as Margaret being Margaret. She just does so many things. If you haven't watched her channel, you might like it, okay? I'll put a little link in there for you on that. And how often do I get my hair cut? Well, you see, I just got my hair cut the other day. Now, this is a little shorter than I like it, but it's in a week or 2 or 3, it'll be just the right length for me. And I usually get it, I want to say every 2 months. Sometimes I stretch it. Sometimes it's a little bit sooner than 2 months. And that was all of the questions. This was fun. I hope you think I'm not a slob here. I do, my big thing is, if you see something that you need to do, do it. Now, and I'm a person that I want to do it when I'm in the mood, or halfway in the mood, get it done and get it out of the way. So with that being said, I'm going to close for now. I'd love to hear how often you do some of these things. If you wouldn't mind, put a little comment in there and let me know. What do you do? And I want to just thank you for watching. Hope you'll come back again. And I've got an episode of A Glimpse of My Life that I will be doing in 2 or 3 days from now. I have a couple of grocery hauls to do, and then I want to add something to the $5 and under meals for Wednesday. So I got a few things I want to do. Be sure and go back and check my shorts and my videos. I really appreciate it. There's lots going on. My dad's series, Story Time, Dad's Family, 18 Children. You can find that on my playlist. With that being said, I'm out of here. God bless you. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. Bye-bye.